All right, my name is Justin McCulsick, and I did my mechanics project on HVAC systems. So here's the project details right here. Um, keep going down. Here's my cover page. All right, to get started, for this project, I used a project I had worked on at my current place of employment. I work at Elite Retail Construction Services, and we are a licensed general contractor company that bid jobs nationally. We primarily build Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret commercial stores. My boss, Cliff Spratt, was one of the cooperating project managers for a Victoria's Secret job in Chesterfield Town Center in Richmond, Virginia. Luckily, he was able to take me to see this project he was working on. The project consisted of 12 weeks or 88 days of construction time to build a brand new Victoria's Secret. I chose to examine and analyze the HVAC systems and components of this construction project. In this paper, I will also criticize and analyze the installation process of various details pertaining to the HVAC system. During my site visit, I was able to interview my boss, Cliff, and Allison McClellan, the project's architectural consultant. In my interview, I was able to gather more information about the HVAC system being installed. Looking into the project plan drawings, I found various details pertaining to the dampers and fan-powered variable air volume sequence systems. In the plans, it says the VAV unit fan shall be energized and dampers shall modulate to maintain the space temperature. For units with heat/cool changeover control, the damper shall modulate to maintain the space temperature, reversing damper operation as required based on zone demand and the temperature of the primary air supply. The HVAC general contractor on the job site proposed to use a different type of damper than what was listed in the plans. He proposed to use an Elgin's heavy-duty damper sleeve, which is shown in figure 2 to the left, which was a cheaper alternative and similar to the one in the construction plans, but it lacked structural integrity according to Brent McClure, the mechanical engineer for the project. The reason Brent denied the proposed damper was because it had a 3/8 inch aluminum square rod and an aluminum frame. In the plans, it requires that the damper be a 3/8 inch steel square rod with a galvanized steel frame. In high temperatures, steel dampers are able to maintain their shape. They have excellent durability and are resistant to corrosion and flexibility. Steel dampers are primarily used in hygienic conditions, meaning areas such as laboratories, pharmaceutical processing plants, and hospitals. Given that the project is taking place as an extension to the Chesterfield Town Center Mall, where there's a lot of foot traffic, I can understand why the plans require a steel damper to maintain a clean environment. But I also think that an aluminum damper is an equivalent alternative while also costing cheaper than the steel. Aluminum is proven to not rust and is corrosion resistant. Another big advantage of aluminum is it has a long life expectancy, as it can be recycled and reused numerous times without ever losing its properties. Although aluminum is a strong metal and is capable of holding a considerable amount of weight, one flaw is that it tends to expand in high temperature environments. Given that the project is taking place in Virginia, I can imagine during the summer times it can get hot just like anywhere else. But I do criticize using a steel damper over an aluminum one because the aluminum alternative is a cheaper option and is easier to maintain. Stainless steel dampers are costly when compared to aluminum dampers, but their low maintenance and long life expectancy makes up for it. The sequence of operations for the fan-powered VAV system is another crucial part of the HVAC system. A basic VAV system consists of a fan, cooling and heating coils, filters, supply and return ducting, and VAV terminals. Fan-powered VAV systems are noted to save energy. A VAV zone for each occupant include high worker productivity and improved ability to lease the space. When someone feels comfortable in a workspace, they have an increase in worker productivity. In a study done by Carnegie Mellon University under the direction of the National Science Foundation, workers experienced a 2 to 3% increase in office worker productivity when they felt comfortable. VAV systems are responsible for providing acceptable indoor air quality and thermal comfort to the occupants By tuning and implementing advanced control systems into the existing HVAC systems, energy consumption can be reduced by 20 to 30%. The traditional control techniques are compared with two advanced control techniques: pattern recognition, pattern recognition adaptive controller, and model predictive control. The primary purpose of an HVAC system is to provide comfort for the building occupants. With VAV sequence systems, comfort and saving energy are always the primary goal. During my site visit, I was able to interview Allison McClellan and Cliff Spratt to find out a little more about the HVAC system being installed. In my interview with Cliff, he said one thing they had to modify was a sprinkler main HVAC diffuser, as pictured in Figure 1. He said, "We have a 6-inch sprinkler main 8 inches above the ceiling shown on A041, running in line with the speakers, emergency lighting, and diffuser. He was unsure if the subwoofer would fit in that depth because it would make it very difficult to install the diffuser without modifying or kinking the flex." Allison proposed a solution shown on sheet FD07. I also wanted to know what they thought about the efficiency of the HVAC system being installed. They both agreed that the system being installed was very efficient and was considered the standard for Victoria's Secret stores nationwide. During my site visit, I learned a lot about the installation of HVAC systems and the purpose of important components such as dampers. Working on this project has furthered my interest and knowledge in HVAC systems and the mechanical components of a building. In the project plans, I also noticed the HVAC load calculations chart. I thought it was cool to recognize and understand something that you didn't know before. Learning about and truly understanding important components of a building such as the HVAC, electrical, or plumbing systems are essential in the building construction world. From doing this project, I can see how complex and essential an HVAC system is to a building. And further looking into it, this is from the actual plans of the project for the HVAC load calculations. You can also see a few pictures I took of the HVAC system. You can see the piping here. You can also see in this table the design cooling and design heating for the winter and summer times for the building. Here's another picture of the HVAC system. Here's plan A0401, which I talked about earlier, and referred to up here, right here. Okay, and here's just some information about the dampers, the air ducts, the supply air takeoff fittings, the diffusers, grills, and registers. Just information about that and the mechanical specifications. And here are my references cited. This was a very valuable reference, and this reference in bold is the reference I got from Pace Library, which is the library on campus. And yeah, so that's my project. My name is Justin McCulsick, and this is my project for mechanics for HVAC systems. Thank you.